Hello, this is Aura, and today I will explain about experimental and correlation research. The first, I want to talk about the experimental research, and I have a title and a study about the effectiveness of role play activities on students speaking fluency. So basically, this study aims to investigate whether role-playing activities as a teaching techniques are effective in improving students' speaking fluency. And I use and this study used pre-experimental research. So we have one group and we want to measure the speaking fluency of the student before and after the treatment, which is role-playing activities, by the pre-test and the post-test. And then uh, this study was conducted at senior high school involving the 10th grade students, where still so many students uh, struggling in speak English fluently. So this study introduced the role play activities because this study believes that role play activities provide the meaningful context and simulate real life communication and encourage active students participation. Then we have the null hypothesis that say there is no significant difference between students speaking fluency before role-play activities and after role-play activities. And the alternative hypothesis say that there is a significant difference between students speaking fluency before role-play activities and after role-play activities. And then how to solve the problem. Like I said before, we have to identify the problem and then to measure the student's fluency before the treatment, we have pre-test. And then after we have pre-test, students given a treatment, which is role-play activities. And then to know the speaking fluency after the treatment, we have post-test. And all the results we have to analyzing data by SPSS. So firstly, we go to the SPSS first and go to variable view and name pre-test and post-test and so on. Then we go to data view and then insert input all the result and we click Analyze, go to the non-parametric test and legacy dialog and two variable correlates. And then next, click OK and we have this one, two related sample tests. And we have to drag the all the variables go to the right box and we have to make sure that Wilcoxon is ticked and click OK and then um, the result is go there and then we go to the sig and which is the p-value and we have 0.001 which is smaller than 0.05 and we can interpret that this is that role play activities is effective to students speaking fluency. So we can say that speaking role play activities is effective to in improving students' speaking fluency. And then next, we go to the correlation research. And we study about the correlation between students' reading habits and reading comprehension. This study aims to examine the relationship between two variables, which is students' reading habits and students' reading comprehension. And then we conducted this study at senior high school involving 10 grade students. After we after the students show the varying level of in reading comprehension, and the teacher assumed that this this result of the reading comprehension ability is uh, correlates with is associated with the reading habits of the students. So we have the hypothesis research. The null hypothesis say that there is no significant correlation between students' reading habits and their reading comprehension, and the alternative hypothesis that there is a significant correlation between students' reading habit and their reading comprehension. And then we have the two types of scale of measurement to measure the reading habits frequency. We have the Likert scale, and to measure the reading comprehension ability, we have the reading comprehension test. And after we collecting all the results, we have to uh, analyze the data with SPSS. We go to the variable view and then name the variable, the reading frequency as the frequency, and the score of reading comprehension as a score. And go to the data view, and then we have to input all the results and click analyze. Go to correlate and click bivariate, and we have this bivariate correlation, and we have to drag the variables to the right box and tick the Spearman and then OK. And finally, we have the result. And we have the p-value is the p-value result show the 0.705, which is uh, close to 1, and we can say this is a positive high correlation between students' reading habits frequency and their score of reading comprehension. And we have the p-value or the sig, which is 0.003, which is it is smaller than 0.05, and the null hypothesis can reject it. And we have to say that students' reading habits frequency is correlated or associated with the reading students' reading comprehension ability. So that's all from me. Thank you so much. See you next time.